Good afternoon, Speed Gaming. We are going to be here for qualifier number 5 here. How's it going? I am Wolfling0330, and we're going to have Tyler Salt and Shinmaru here as our racers. And joining me on the co-com is Tracy M for this Cross Keys match.
Hey everyone. Yeah, okay, so this is, just a qualifier. So we might see some safer play. And we are starting off. And Shinmaru is going to start off at Link's house with a desert small key. It's a nice early item to have because desert, we'll probably find a desert entrance somewhere.
That's right. And it's the only small key too, and it can be logically required because of the...
Yeah, no one cares about it. No one cares about it being logically required. We just want it for the right side.
That's good though.
Yeah, I missed it. What was in Sank start?
Yeah. Oh, well, we should probably explain what cross keys is because
what was in Sank start? I missed it.
I don't remember what it was, but it's a vanilla starting point, and we have the Thieves Town right here at the island shop, or the island fortune teller.
We're just freezing Shinmaru to even him out, and we'll see what's the next. We got a heart, and we'll see what's next. Yeah, so cross keys means we're having entrance shuffle plus key sanity. So all our locations are different than usual, as we see Thieves Town in a very odd spot. 300 rupees is really nice early.
And what's more, the light and dark worlds can mix in this, and we see that is the very drop-down cave. So
let's be clear about light world and dark worlds can be mixed because we have tile swap as one of our modes, and this is not tile swap. But what that means is that the connectors can go from the light world to the dark world.
Yeah, so we can find Sahasra's house inside the stump, maybe, which we probably won't.
No, no. So, things in Dark World and Light World always can mix in entrance shuffle. The key part is in Cross World entrance, which is what we have here. The connectors can go Light World to Dark World, which is not true if you don't have Cross World. There's actually 3 levels of entrance modes, but no one ever plays the other 2, so they're kind of irrelevant. Anyway, Shinmaru is done with Thieves Town. Tyler saw in the Lost Woods. We saw a compass as the standing item. Compasses are completely useless now because trackers keep track of all our items, and even before that, they were fairly useless.
Yeah, they're helpful for newer players though because they give you an item count.
No, they're not useful because the trackers take care of that now. It used to be that was a useful part of it, but yeah, now they're just kind of who cares.
Okay, fair enough.
Drop down has the compass for ice. The Ice Palace compass actually was one of the more useful ones back in the day, but now that but not so much anymore. Shinmaru's going to go do the northwest. Tyler Saw going to go ahead and check Link's house, get that key.
Yeah, Shinmaru getting really lucky early with that enemy dropping a bomb, and the poultry giving more bombs, so they're set on explosives for the early game here.
Yeah, it's really nice. The key here is you want to have enough bombs to go ahead and be able to do mini Moldorm Cave should it decide to show up. Hasn't yet. Tomorrow we're going to get the good news. We don't have to worry about finishing Castle Tower because the drop down is just the useless ferry. No items there.
On the other hand, that does mean that there's a good chance that Ganon's drop down is going to be...
It'll be something, we just don't know what.
Yeah. It's going to have an item for sure.
I mean, or Ganon.
That's true. So yes, as we mentioned earlier, the entrances are shuffled. Well, the connectors can go from Light World to Dark World and vice versa. However, one other rule is that the drop-downs and their connected entrances are in their own shuffled pool. So, if we see something in a drop-down, that means the adjoining cave is going to be linked to it. Which means Ganon can be in the graveyard, he can be the vanilla spot, he can be over where the useless fairy normally is, as we find Pod.
Also of significance, we saw that Desert and Tower Hair are 5/6 crystals. We'll see if Tyler Salt is a Mimic Clipper. no pod keys right now. The
Ooh.
flute's nice. Flute often not required for anything in cross keys. There's often a connector that takes you to the mire area, and almost always a connector that takes you to the mountain. But early on, really nice find to get around.
Yeah, but isn't also Paladin like in the Kakariko region? So that's really convenient.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Tarso's going to go ahead and do a Mimiclip. Yeah, getting back to it's just south of Kakariko, so not as convenient as it could be, but pretty close. That flute just the fast travel the flute gives is really nice to have. But just saying, might not be logically required for anything. All right, here we go with the Mimiclip. We're gonna use the pots to kill the blue mimics, and then we're gonna clip this guy out. Try to anyway. Nicely done by Tyler Salt.
Shinmaru, meanwhile, finding a dark room. That could be the old man cave, but we don't know. And there are
there's a lot of things that could be.
Yeah, we should probably mention there are a couple other consistency things involved with this. As we get the hammer inside pod, wow!
That is a nice sequence break. There might be a little bit of a mimic clippers versus not mimic clippers when we get to the end of this qual.
Yeah, so about those consistencies, we find the Turtle Rock Laser Bridge. Link's house will always be Link's house. It is going to be a consistent starting point for anyone. It's just a nice little convenience there. And the back of the bar is always the back of the bar, simply because that's the only entrance you enter from above in entrance shuffle. So there's not really a way you can shuffle that.
So this laser bridge is actually in logic because we have a cape. Normally, cross keys goes on the non-advanced logic, so lamp is needed for all dark rooms logically. This laser bridge needs cape, cane, or 3 shields. Now we have a cape though.
Small key on laser bridge for its own dungeon, classic.
Yeah, it's really not a whole lot on that laser bridge, but it's nice to get it done. Can't do anything with Spike Cave. Need glove and hammer for that.
Forgot about the glove, actually.
Yeah, the classic cross keys mistake is to go to the end of Spike Cave without a glove, and then oops.
We found a Gina here. What they got? Smoky Turtle Rock. Our second of 4 found.
Yeah, there's a lot of logical implications to Turtle Rock small keys, but practically speaking, you typically only need 1 to beat the dungeon. That can change if some of the exits to Turtle Rock end up being at must connects. But typically you don't worry about that until the time comes, especially when you've already found Laser Bridge.
Yeah, you can pretty much do the entire temple backwards. Or the dungeon backwards, rather.
Alright, so not a whole lot in Kakariko. So far, our big find was an out-of-logic hammer. And an in-logic flute. The flute was the first check-in pod. So the game may just want us to go okay, we got a sword. That's really nice. The game probably wants us to take that flute somewhere, possibly to the mountain. That sword will let us rescue the old man. Not in logic, but it does allow us to do it pretty easily. A lot of runners can do it without anything, but the sword makes it a lot easier.
Sword makes a lot of things a lot easier, as we should get our first big key here. And it's the big key to Desert Palace. Wow, we already got most of the pieces for that.
Well, no boots, no fire, but that's still 4 items.
Yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. Drop down here is the thief hideout.
We're never coming back.
And that's just a red root. Not worth.
All right, Tyler Saw pretty much done with the Kakariko area. It's probably gonna. I don't know if he's activated that flute yet. He's probably gonna go flute off somewhere. Shinmaru hasn't found the south stuff. Hasn't found Pod yet. We'll see if he's a Mimic Clipper as well. Whether he'll get that hammer or not.
Yeah, we did find that cave right there, which is the drop down to Spectacle Rock Cave. Unfortunately, that drop down is a one-way path, and that is the exit.
Yeah, nothing we can do with that. It's good to know where the exit is, because for when you find the other side, now you know you don't have to take it. So I don't mind finding the exit of that.
No, that's really the nice thing about cross keys is that once you get used to it, all of the cave entrances are unique enough that you can tell them just by looking at them real quick. Like, oh, this room leads this way. This is probably just a storyteller room.
All right. Unfortunately, Shinmaru looks like he's not a Mimic Clipper. He's not going to choose to go get that hammer. Tyler Saw is going to get these items on the laser bridge. And not a whole lot to write home about here, though. Just the extra couple small keys that are really not needed for anything but logical purposes.
Yes, and for those who are not aware, the keys part of cross keys is simply because we have Key Sandy here, which has moved all these dungeon items into the main pool instead of being in their individual dungeons.
All right, Shinmaru's going to go ahead and activate that flute. We'll see where he takes that, if he saves and quits or he actually flutes somewhere. I'd be inclined to go up to the mountain.
I agree. Another valid spot would probably be South Shore.
Yeah, I tend to try to wait for anything south till I have a glove or have the dam opened, or any number of things that can make that better. The mountain, at this point, you're gonna be able to get through all the caves. You can, unless the old man is sitting in Hera, you can do the old man rescue, get a couple of new save quit spots. Typically, if I don't have a glove and I don't have mountain access, I would actually even do the eastern area first. Shinmaru wants to know what that... it looks like it might be the back of the mountain start spot. It's hard to say. It's definitely not the old man rescue cave, which is what he was looking for.
Yeah, definitely not. He would have stopped a lot sooner than that.
Shinmaru agrees with you. Wants to go ahead to do some of these south checks.
Makes sense. We have all these exploding walls here. We can check the entrances. Maybe we can find, like, Eastern Palace.
No one wants to find Eastern Palace this early.
I just tossed out the first edge that came to mind, okay? This is Meyer Shed, and we got a small key and a map.
Yeah, not a very interesting small key either.
Taking the Guinea Cave entrance, and we find just a fairy fountain.
Correction, Dr. Irem wants to find Eastern Palace. But yeah, Buddy's making a good point about the flute. Everything is better with the flute. Because, like, you could just go there and you don't feel quite as bad not being able to hit the lift rocks. There's the back of desert. We cannot do that until we have a fire source, but we're actually not that far off being able to actually finish that.
No, we are not. And one other constant I did forget to mention is that the old man's exit point for the rescue has to be on this left side of the mountain.
Yes, that's correct.
Ooh, Tyler's gonna dive into the middle of Turtle Rock here, going across the eye room.
He's got two small keys, so I suspect he's just gonna use one of those to open the door and not kill the pokey. There's a certain amount of danger to this in the sense that if you're forced to go backwards up to the front of Turtle Rock, you're going to need one of those small keys, but worst case, you could just kill the pokey later.
Meanwhile, Shinmaru
prioritizing drop downs.
I probably want to drop down there randomly.
If you're going to save quit anyway, it doesn't matter. He was going to save quit out of that regardless, so dropping down and finding Ganon is no penalty.
Oh, we know Ganon's in the useless fairy spot. And we do play with the fast Ganon goal, which means we don't have to do Aghanim 2 if we don't have to. That said, there's at least one item guaranteed behind the clear of Ganon's tower, so there could be something of value there. We don't know yet. And we won't be able to scout it.
Yeah, to be clear, if Ganon's hiding out in vanilla, you do have to do GT, since the hole is not already there. However, in a not fast Ganon seed, you just have to do GT to make him killable, so that is not something we need to do here.
Shinmaru finding the glove along with him.
That's really nice.
Quite a bit of health there, too.
I believe that leaves Magic Bat behind Aga 2. Tower Assault is about to rescue the old man. Nothing in the front of the castle.
Yeah, because we've seen Sanctuary.
Yeah, that's what Shinmaru's doing right now. He's got the glove, so he's going to be able to get back of escape. There's the old man for Tyler.
Have we seen the Lumberjack Cave, actually?
I thought so.
I don't recall.
Ganon's tower small, the mushroom, and a hook shot. Hook shot is a really nice find for Shinmaru. He's going to be able to do more of the mountain when he goes up here.
Yeah, that's a really nice thing to find in general. It's one of the 3 best items to find early game because it's just good mobility.
The other thing of note is that because we have the flute, turning in the mushroom is super easy. Tyler finds Paradox Cave. 7 items here.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a good find.
you say that, but there's no guarantee. Not a good start, even.
I mean, if nothing else, it's good check density. And it's 2 connectors on top of that. And I'm back. Compass. The Moon Pearl! Okay, that's some value.
Now, 1 for 7 is, well, could be worse, but it is a super high value item, so we don't complain.
Yeah, now if one of these connectors takes him to the Dark World, he can just not worry about that.
Well, between our runners, we have Dark World access. Tyler with the hammer, Shinmaru with the glove. Of course, our hammer not yet in logic because we need a bow for it.
That's true, actually. I almost forgot about that.
So Tyler Salt's going to go ahead and prioritize the Dark World entrances over following the Paradox Cave connectors. One of these is one way, so it makes a lot of sense. But without the mirror, he's going to be done once he checks these.
Oh, maybe not. He found Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, you just go ahead and do this right now.
Yeah, and the connectors could take you back to the Light World and get you unstuck.
Yeah, so answering chat, how out of the way are the gloves? They are not out of the way at all. They are at the well drop down, which is at Hyrule Castle. So as soon as Shinmaru goes and finishes up his mountain play, I imagine that's going to come up relatively soon. The only in-logic item in Hyrule Castle, though, is that boomerang. We don't care because the small key, while the small key does gate these other 2 items, we don't need it because we've already done the back. Small key becomes significant if your sank start spots is either at the pyramid or at the lumberjack, and then you have to make choices. But here, not going to be an issue.
Yeah, and we're talking about this logic here, and the basic explanation is simply that the logic assumes that you use your keys as inefficiently as possible. So they just want to make sure that you don't burn a key here and get stuck.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Actually, that's true. Tyler Tyler's not the one that knows that the glove is available, so he is taking a bit of a. It's a really small risk, but it is non-zero. He's counting on the fact that the glove will be available and not behind the small key, and he'd be correct. And probably going to go ahead and either do, at this point with 4 hearts, and it is a light world, it is significant that this is, actually it's significant this is in the dark world. He's going to go for Dark Cross, and yeah, okay, he's going to go check the, I like the idea of checking the connectors first. If you do this in the dark world, the rats essentially become the crickets that are in Pod? Not Pod,
Nope.
in Thieves Town, and we get kicked out. It's fine.
Ooh, and there's the top of Paradox.
Right, yeah, he can get back if he wants. So they'll do 2 hearts of damage, and we only have 4 hearts, and you can't see them. Yeah, maybe the safest thing in the world.
And there's a sick kid too.
Yeah, sick kid without a bottle is unfortunate. Oh, we have the cape. We just go back through. It's fine. I forgot about the cape.
Yeah, we just get a little jump scared by the electricity coming out of the door.
Now I'll see if Tyler decides to do the back, yeah. Because now it's relatively safe, because now the rats are doing normal rat damage. Which is not a lot, even on green mail.
No, it's like maybe 1/8 of a heart, if that.
And the hard part actually is actually not is getting the death warp when you want to leave, because he's going to want a death warp and check the other exit, I suspect.
Shinmaru jumping down with the old man and actually saving some time with the cutscene.
Yeah, Shinmaru has that hook shot, so he's going to go check the other side.
Oh, and Tyler Salt unfortunately takes the death there. Probably died to the ropes.
Did he get the item?
I don't know. No, he didn't. Still 4
okay.
of 8. Oh, Spiral Cave. That's a good connector to find, but that is a one-way path.
It's a terrible connector. Nobody likes Spiral Cave.
No, but there's
do it at
an
the end
there.
of your route. Yeah, but it's still a terrible connector because it's one way and it's long and it's annoying. You hope to end your route doing that, and there's not another connector to distract you. Okay, Hyrule Castle exit is at the island on Lake Hylia.
That's unfortunately a dead end. There was the Twins House connector there on Shinmaru's side, meanwhile.
And hookshot.
And there's... Ooh, really good find
See,
there.
now you have all sorts of connector choices. So, Spiral Cave, bad. Tyler's going to do this the slow way. He's going to check this entrance and then check the find the well from the back. So he's going to lose time to not having already known that this wasn't Ganon. Shinmaru knew this wasn't Ganon and was able to just jump down. Nothing really interesting in Hookshot Cave.
No, we did pick up a map, and maps do have some little extra functionality, although it's not really that important. All it is to tell us what our map or prize is when we check the overall map. You can't normally do that in Key Sanity. It just will be blank.
Yeah, it's a Key Sanity. Well, it's actually not even a Key Sanity feature so much as a map shuffle feature. As soon as the maps are shuffled out of the dungeons, then the maps will tell you the dungeon prizes. But only Mystery Seeds ever have that on by itself. There's the glove for Tyler.
Yeah, we see Shinmaru doing the Spiral Cave now. Hookshot will at least make the enemies here a lot less annoying.
Yeah, you really want to have boots when you come through here.
Well, even then, those berries can just speed trap you by electrifying at the worst time.
Nothing on Spiral Cave.
Ooh, Tyler's got to be a little careful here. Ooh, floating island.
Yeah, good connector. Bad that you have to do Spiral Cave to do it, and even worse that we can't even see if we need the item. That's we need the mirror to see it, or have access to see it, and the mirror to get it.
Well, at least Shinmar can get back. There's the other side half of the twins' house.
Oh, Bumper Cave on Dark Death Mountain, and we have a cape.
Yeah, not a bad little spot.
Well, I mean, at this point, this could be a convoluted set of connectors to get to the Dark World, if this is what we need to do. And that's going to slow anyone that didn't mimic clip down quite a bit. But no, it's just Laser Bridge. So instead we have a convoluted set of connectors to get to Laser Bridge.
That's the Laser Bridge. That's the connection to the big
not Laser
chest.
Bridge. Yeah, no, it's TR Bridge, not Laser Bridge. You're correct. We do have, as you say, 4 items.
And hey, there's Eastern Palace.
Yeah, we saw this already on Shinmaru's side. He decided not to go in. Tyler Saul is going in. 3 items we can get here. 4th in out of logic.
I just realized I called this as well.
Small key on the Torch and Desert. So we're probably going to want to come back for that later.
Probably. We don't know what we need.
Tyler Salt has the map to Desert to tell Shinmaru whether this is a pendant or a crystal. Classic.
Well, it doesn't really matter. They know it's a 5-6 because of the bomb shop ender.
Oh, that's true. Fun fact, Bomb Shop does not have the letter show up, though. Same with Saha.
Yeah, that's just the map functionality. That's another function of it.
But a shovel.
Talking...
A big key to Skullwoods. Not the big key Tyler was hoping for, but it's nice to have it before you go into the Dark World.
Yeah. And that's something else as well. I did mention that the map markers are hidden until you've gotten the maps. Talking to the NPCs that tell you the Green Pendant and the 5-6 also mark the map, so...
Yeah, marks the map, but doesn't give you the letter. The letter in the upper left corner. Alright, we're out of logical items in Eastern.
And Desert's middle entrance is... Ooh!
Wow,
Not
okay,
really,
so... this Dark World is... Oh, this is so gross. This Dark World connector set is horrible. And, you know, if you're Shinmaru and you didn't get the hammer out of Pod, you're really hoping to get something better for getting to Dark World.
Yeah, on the flip side, though, we do have the hookshot, which means we can go all the way to Vigilance of Outcast and do a lot more work in the Dark World. So, well, there is that, at least.
There is that, but if this is the way you have to do it every time, it's... Ugh. Shinmaru needs a bow.
Shinmaru also needs to find the dam. We just found Swamp Palace.
I mean, does he need to find the dam? We don't know if that's a pendant or a crystal, or if it has anything we want in it. We don't have flippers, we don't have a small key, so not a whole lot we'd be able to do in there anyway.
True.
Not a whole lot going on in Eastern. Tyler's gonna flute away.
We're gonna go check Dark Flute... There! That's a tongue twister. Dark Flute Spot 5 Cave. Just a fairy fountain there. I don't think we've seen this entrance on Tyler's side. It's just a fairy fountain.
No, Shinmaru didn't have... I don't know if Shinmaru even went over there, but he didn't have a glove if he had been over there. If you're Shinmaru, you want to do as much as you can in this Dark World while you're here. And you hope to find a hammer or a glove. So you don't have to do that connector over and over again.
Tyler found another one-way connector, but that was Super Bunny Cave, which does have 2 items.
Yeah, he'll do that after he checks this spot out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because, again, theoretically, at the end of your route, you don't mind doing that one-way connector. You hope you never have to do it again. Big key
on the pyramid.
Ganon's Tower, big key. It's not the one you ever want to see unless Ganon's Tower, unless you know it, Ganon's Tower is hard required.
Still nice to have, though.
I'd rather just never see it.
Fair enough, especially in Fast Ganon.
You can't ever climb if you don't ever get the key. Shield and bombs.
Alright, and moment of truth. Let's see where this cave goes.
You hope it gets you. You hope it gets you something nice, but you hope it's something that you never have to do again.
Ooh!
Potentially something nice. Potentially never have to do it again. Depends on what this entrance is. 10 arrows we don't care about.
And the entrance is just a shop, so yeah,
right.
Nothing to
never have to do it again.
Catfish, meanwhile.
Lots of money. That's at least 2 of our 300 rupees. We didn't really need money right now.
Yeah, I think we're set on money for the rest of the seed. Old man here goes to the graveyard ledge. It looks like.
Not useful.
No, not really. You're better off using that for the sanctuary and for that.
I mean, with the flute, it really doesn't matter. The more interesting thing would be if you're Shinmaru in particular, you want one of those old man caves to be in the dark world, and that would have to be the dark part of the cave. There's a good chance that actually just goes to Kakariko in that one entrance that we already saw. Shinmaru's going to go ahead and fake flip her over to the whirlpool to go and do the dark shopping mall stuff. Really is trying to maximize everything he does, knowing that his connector chain to the dark world is really, really awful.
Meanwhile, we did get a map check there on Tadas's side. We did see Pod was the red pendant, and Thieves Town, Mire, and Ice Palace are all crystals.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you here, Homemade Beer, mentioning that we've had a lot of connectors going to taking away our mirror stuff. Mirror is going to be less value than it normally would be. We've already, don't have the top of the castle, the right side, the left side of desert. Small key for Tyler Salt. I still need flippers and a dam to be able to do anything with that.
Where was Hera? Hera is at the dark shopping mall.
Yeah, I imagine Shinmaru's going to go ahead and beat that with the hook shot, because you don't want to have to come back here, theoretically. So it probably wants to see what these other caves do first. They do nothing. And you just hope you don't have to come back here with any keys. I doubt Tyler Salt will prioritize the Dark Shopping Mall area as much just because he's got regular Dark World access with that hammer.
Yeah, we'll see. Regular boomerang. Found them both.
Using an older Harapot setup.
Makes sense. That's the only one he can do without boots.
No, it's not. I mean, it might be the only one he could do without boots, but the newest Harapot setup is a lot different than that.
Oh, I have apparently in the dark on that then. Guess I need to brush up on my tricks.
Yeah, the bread pot's been around for 2 or 3 years. It's really, really easy to do. And it's completely normalized, so it's much easier than some of these other ones where you have like pixels and sub-pixel issues. But, if you're really good at the older version, there's no reason necessarily to switch. It's not like there's a speed factor. Hype cave for Tyler Salt. 5-item cave. Is it going to give us anything?
Legacy reputation. 2 pairs of 20 rupees. Some bombs. A third 20. A
whole lot of nothing.
At worst, a return on your investment.
Shinmaru, meanwhile, does get a crystal off of Hera and is hoping to never see a key to have to come back. Small key to Ganon's tower from Stumpy. Shinmaru's gonna have to do another fake flipper to get back over to the potion shop area, the dark potion shop area. It's in the whirlpool just fine. Now he's safe and can cross with the hook shot.
All right, ding game time. Meanwhile,
The lamp.
ugh.
I mean, it's our first fire. It lets us clear if we can finish desert.
Yeah, so that was annoying to say the least. I counted
Yeah,
the
no,
things.
I'm happy. If I'm the runners, I'm happy to see the lamp. I don't have to worry about dark rooms anymore. I don't have a fire rod, so I can do fire things with the lamp. I think it's a really good find. It sucks that it took a bazillion digs.
Yeah, 24 out of 30. So, quite a lot of bad luck there. Ooh. Wait a minute, we just saw the map we just saw the P symbol on Turtle Rock. That's a pendant.
All right. Well, Pendant Turtle Rock, we might not have to... Pendant Turtle Rock is not terrible, because most of the items you can get to from the different entrances aren't too bad to get to, and then you just never have to kill Trinex, which is nice. At least you hope.
Oh. That's a good find from Shinmaru.
Yeah, we do know where Sick Kid is. I want to say Tyler Salt's the one that saw him, though, so Shinmaru getting the bottle. We'll be able to get to... When he gets to Sick Kid, we'll just be able to check it. Tyler Salt will have to go out of his way to get it.
Yeah, and even then, just having a bottle for potions is a nice find.
Some runners don't really care about potions so much. We may not ever see the shop anyway. There's the hook shot and the mushroom for Tyler Salt.
I suppose that is true. It would be nice under normal entrance shenanigans.
Although Dr. Irwin makes a really good point. If Shinmaru wants to, could fill that up if he could find a shop, or the potion shop, and then do the potion version of the mimic clip, and that would get him his hammer.
And actually, even though the potion shop isn't in this vanilla spot, what is in that spot is the Pyramid Fairy Cave. So Shinmaru could just toss the bottle in and just get a random item.
Well, you hope it's and you hope it's not a bee, or really a fairy, because fairies before mirror are just bad.
Yeah, but it's a
I don't
potion.
think it's
That's
going to
just a free potion.
I don't expect it to be super high on his priority list, though. But you know, at some point, I could see him making that play, especially if we get a bunch of small keys.
And here we are in Skull Woods. Meanwhile, from Shin. Skull Woods is another one of those.
Unfortunately, he's not the one with the big key, so it's not going to be able to one-shot this.
No, but that is one final consistency I forgot to mention, is that the dungeons, at least for the front half of Skull Woods, they're all mixed together, so no need to worry about finding their drop-downs.
Yeah, so the drop-downs to Skull Woods are all all randomized within the Skullwood area. The 3 entrances to the main part are all randomized within the Skull Woods area. The back will be somewhere else. Those of you that have been watching the Cross Keys tournament may have heard of something called Zelga Woods, which is a change that allows... The main crux of that change is to have a few extra connectors, but also allows the pinball key to not be vanilla. In this version, the pinball key will always be in its vanilla spot.
Tyler's going to go to the back of these down here.
Yeah, Tyler with the big key. He's going to go ahead and do this, even though he doesn't have the small key to grab the big chest. So a bit of a risk. We will get him his first crystal, though.
And his first bottle with the free red potion.
Yeah, yeah, a little unfortunate. And that was an ice rod for Shinmaru. We now know, with knowing the Turtle Rock is a pendant, that's a lot less interesting.
Yeah. It can still be useful, though, in its own right. You killed the blue guards.
Ah, we have a sword, we have a hook shot, we have plenty of ways to kill things.
It actually can also be used to great effect against the Lamola's boss. Two shots him like a fire rod does.
Yeah, the ice rod is useful against Landmos. It is harder to use than the fire rod. The timing is different. But with only fighter sword as your backup, not a bad way to start that fight. Clean up with the fighter sword if you need.
Speaking of the rods.
Yeah, Tyler Salt gets a fire rod in Thieves Town.
And that's the Storyteller Cave, I believe.
But what you're seeing here is really interesting. This routing has largely been dictated again by the fact that the Tyler Salt sequence broke the hammer out of pod by breaking the right side, and Shinmaru did not. But Mushroom Turning being useful, we get a bow at the potion shop. So he may prioritize that pod play a little bit more now that he's got an actual logical access for it. Unfortunately, without a mirror, is not going to be able to do it right now. Candace Samaria on blind.
That's a great find as well. Wow. If that's the bad entrance of Ice Strike Cave, unfortunately, no item on that side.
That bow going to be very, very important for Shinmaru. We'll see how quickly he uses that. When he goes and takes advantage. He's about to get his lamp too, which puts. Doesn't put anything in pod and logic yet because we don't have keys.
No, that's a little concerning, but then again, it makes a lot of sense because pod is a pendant, so those keys can literally be anywhere, even in Gen's tower. Which
anything
normally would be a bad thing, but it's shuffled.
Cross key, yeah. Ganon's tower usually has lots of things in cross keys. We're gonna do a fake powder from Tyler Salt. Did not realize that he hadn't turned the mushroom in.
Blue Kid has a small key.
Yeah, we saw that Ganon's tower key already on Tyler's side. Small key to Castle Tower. Okay, well, it's probably not a relevant small key. There is another Castle Tower small key, and we don't need both because there's nothing behind the Lumberjack.
True, but there are two items in Castle Tower because those keys are shuffled, and you need at least that one key to get to both. Yeah,
but if it's nothing, or if the other Castle Tower key is available, the fact that Shinmaru was unable to do fake powder is going to be irrelevant. Potentially could actually save him time because he would do the first check and not the second if he doesn't ever get one of those small keys. But that does mean, so it was was not the magic bat behind Agatu, and is the Lumberjack drop down as you suggested.
Yep, so it's one item, and regardless of what it was, we don't know what it could be.
Yeah, hopefully we don't care.
Yeah, we will never be able to scout that check, which is actually bad, but hopefully it's nothing.
Right, Shinmaru's going to get the small key at the Speck Rock Cave. It is, and that's right. We saw that already on Tyler Saw. Both runners now have that Swamp Small. Still a dam and a flippers before we can do anything there.
And the Blacksmiths are chilling out in the Eastern Palace area.
Yeah, that's a really awful spot for them to be if we have to turn them in.
Normally I agree with you, but at least we have the flute to make the travel a lot less bad.
Even with the flute, that's an awful place. Like, that's one of those spots that even, the flute makes it less bad. It's still, like, it's not right near a flute spot. Shinmaru going through the hype cave that doesn't live up.
At least Shimura's going to enter Thieves down here. No, wait, that wasn't Light World. This is Dark World. I think this is a King's Tomb.
Yeah, also Shinmaru doesn't have the big key, so it's going to be a little bit before he gets into there. Tower Assault's going to take that cane and do the crystal roller check. I think this is Shinmaru's first check, save and quit to the mountain spot. Did do a fairly good job of getting to all the things that he could get to in the Dark World. So it's not going to be as punished as he could have been for not having that hammer early. And it looks like he may actually be heading over to Pod right now, which would be really good for him.
Yeah, I'm going to take a detour to check the dig spot real quick. Already has the shovel out, so let's see what it's here.
Okay. Quake is a thing that exists. Alright, he's not going to go do the pod play. He's going to do something else. Yeah, no, the Quake could be important, but the medallions tend not to be particularly important other than potentially Bombos to get into Ice Palace. Obviously, there are two entrances that could be things with medallions.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that front.
It's a big unknown right now. Looks like Tile Salt's going to go ahead and do Village of Outcasts.
Shimaro heading over to check the Desert Passage.
Yeah, he's cleaning up his glove spots right now.
Not a bad thing to do.
Bow for Tyler.
And now he knows his hammer's in logic. So Tyler probably feeling pretty good right about now. Knows he probably has a good lead here.
Oh, I don't know.
And there's Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, I think we saw this already. Yep, we definitely saw this already. I wouldn't call this a lead at all. I mean, the hammer that Shinmaru doesn't have is significant still. So I would still definitely say slight advantage to Tyler Salt of our two runners here, but...
Okay, I have to question you here. How do we see that correctly when Tyler's the only one that has the hammer?
Because Shinmaru has the ability to get the hammer, and he's going to be able to do that at some point. That's why I called it an advantage. He has the advantage with the hammer, but like calling this a lead of any sort when both runners have exactly one crystal, 48 minutes in, no.
Yeah, I would say more so that mentally he thinks he's probably ahead, but he's just definitely keeping up the pace.
Well, it's a qual, so mentally you're feeling pretty good right now, but
yeah.
It's very different. Quals are very different than 1v1. Well,
Book Lock GT.
Yeah, this is a problem for Shinmaru. He can't really do much here. Small key is actually very significant for him. It does give him a reason to go back there beyond the bow. He's gonna peek the torch. Oh, oh my god. Are you serious? I like this play better in a 1v1 scenario. I do not like this play at all in a qual.
It's bold.
It is extremely bold. But if there's something up here, that advantage that I talked about definitely could swing to Shinmaru. You see what was in the big chest for Tyler's Salt? Because that could be significant since Shinmaru was not able to check that without having the...
I didn't notice it was checked, so...
Yeah, definitely was checked. I was too busy being surprised that Shinmaru was deciding to climb. We're gonna grab some health refill, some magic refill.
Thank goodness for Twitch's new feature, by the way. I just double-checked it, it was a heart piece.
Okay, so nothing significant for Shinmaru waiting for him in the big chest of Skullwoods. At worst for him, it would just be a time loss for going back for it. Tyler's Salt's also going to be able to open the back entrance here, which is nice.
Yeah, let's see what this is.
Oh, nothing.
It's the top part of Spectacle Rocket.
Yeah, we've already got the key that's in there. We already know the bottom goes back to Kakariko. We don't care about that entrance. That's also significant for Shinmaru because he has worst case scenario for him is if he goes back to that stuff. Will be a small time loss. And less significant in that it's a qual.
Yeah, we're still going to wait to see if this GT climb is worthwhile here from Shinmaru.
There's a good use of the Ice Rod, by the way. Killing the Stalfos. Down to 3 hearts going into Land Mode 2 when you don't have anything good to kill him with. I don't like this. Okay, he's got the blue pot, so this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, he has the bow as a backup.
Oh, that's a terrible backup. I would use the fighter sword unless I'm an NMG player that's any good.
And it has a decent amount of magic for the upcoming torches, so...
Yeah, the lamp is actually super significant here. Obviously, it's actually more significant for him, because without the lamp, since he doesn't have the fire rod, wouldn't even be able to do this, but the fact that the lamp uses up so much less magic, very significant in this play. If you had to use fire rod for this, using the ice rod for the land mode would... I mean, you could still do it, but you wouldn't be able to do it as much. You'd have to make sure you save enough magic. This room sort of sucks without Kane and Samario, so nicely done.
Yeah, nice 2-cycle there. That was actually pretty good. Stunning these guards so they don't have a hitbox. Smart. And in here, let's be a little careful. It looks like we're fine.
So the real problem here for Shinmaru is that the fact is there's a good chance that there's something in GT, because we are kind of running out of places to go, and a lot of this is in logic. The problem is the hammer, and that small key to Thieves Town could become significant. But yeah, the hammer is in logic now with the bow, which means the whole left side is in logic except the 4 key locked locations.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on here.
Shinmaru might need to bank on that small key being significant.
Nice setup there for the fake flippers on Tyler Salt's end, meanwhile.
Yeah, the kern jump. That's an old trick. It's been around for a while. Basically, the bomb will force you into the screen transition that you need for the fake flippers.
And good tech, they're using the cape to dodge the speed phase. And there's the Pyramid Fairy check, and it is a blue potion, so that is a free blue.
Yeah, it's not that free. It's actually harder to... I mean, you take it, and you're happy about it, but you're not coming back here to get more, ever. This is too far out of the way of everything.
That was just the waterfall cave. I think Pyramid Fairy's in the exact same spot in the light world, so...
That was the Dark Potion Shop.
Yeah, light world potion shop's the Pyramid Fairy.
It was... What?
That was Waterfall Fairy.
Yeah. And it was at the Dark Potion Shop.
I'm saying the other Great Fairy Cave is in Light World, in the same location.
Oh, I see. But it will be different. When you have the fairy caves in different, one in the Dark World, one in the Light World, they'll have different prizes. If they're both in the Dark World or both in the Light World, they'll have the same prize.
Interesting. Did not know that, actually. Alright, was this worth it, Shinmaru?
I mean, it's going to be pending until he gets to Thieves Town and opens that big chest. But maybe something good is here.
Alright. Did Agatu need to fall? No.
Okay, so we still have a TBD. That small key to Thieves Town, so logically required climb. Because Thieves Town is a crystal, and that Thieves Town small key is logically required. Is it going to be hard required? We don't know, because Tyler saw it not having that small key for Thieves Town. Was unable to open that check.
Demon Shrew is saying they're not used to cleaning GT as done. That makes sense. But meanwhile, we haven't even mentioned the fact we have two trackers here tonight. We have Demon Shrew and we have Flying Platypus Dimitri, which is just a great username.
Yep. Tracker's always their MVP, so huge shout outs to them. But both our runners are going to start running out of stuff. It looks like left side GT or maybe even right side GT is holding the goods.
Could be, yeah. I do think Tarzan's going to have a really big advantage, though, because, honestly speaking, I would not go into pod without the hammer. Especially if it's a pendant.
Why not? The hammer only blocks the boss, and in a pendant situation, you don't want to kill the boss anyway. Right now you have, like, Shinmaru has 4 logical items there with a small key and a bow. And well, the hammer doesn't matter unless you have to beat the dungeon. And with it being a pendant, I don't care that I can't beat it. In fact, I don't beat... If pod's a pendant, I don't tend to beat it unless I have all 6 small keys. But I'll sure clear out the rest of it.
Yeah, and even then, we don't have that many keys either. So,
Again, he's got 4 items in logic there with a small key and a bow.
True.
So until Tyler saw you get something behind the hammer, that hammer is just an extra item that he has. Now, if he goes and gets a whole bunch of stuff, left side GT, when he can get there, he's got the book. You know, then we'll be talking about something. Shinmaru's going to go ahead and do desert. This makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, we already know We have no idea what's behind the super bomb. There could be another dungeon we need to do, actually.
Yeah, it could be. I don't think you're prioritizing that right now. Actually, if you're Shinmaru, you can't even do it. Because he doesn't until he has the hammer, so...
Oh yeah, that's true. Because we'd have no logical way to get the bomb across.
We have... where was the bomb shop? I don't think we have any way of doing it.
Bomb shop was... Oh, wait. I think bomb shop's in Light World.
Yeah, that's and that's the problem, right? You have to flute it to 5, and then get in through flute 5.
So yeah, hammer will be required regardless.
Yeah, and Dr. Goro making a good point. We haven't found better Dark World access, but I mean, Shinmaru's done everything he can in the Dark World. So until he gets something else to do there. I definitely think the answer... Yeah, and Tyler's also going to beat Desert here. I definitely think the answer is going to be in that left side GT, so that, you know, once Tyler Salt gets there, then we'll see what advantage that hammer brings. Big key to Hera.
That's
Good
something
job,
Maru did not want to see, actually, because they've already cleared Hera.
Nobody... Well, so is... Yeah, Tyler Salt's also cleared Hera. Nobody wanted to see that. And it's not even in logic yet, because you need flippers to get there. Yeah, Shinmaru hasn't done these checks on the mountain, so this is new territory for him.
Tyler going to be using the fire rod instead of the ice rod.
Fire rod's a little more reliable. Does miss one shot, though. So we'll have to supplement with bow and or sword.
And bow it is. Shinmaru now finding Hyrule Castle going to clear this out. There wasn't much here, though.
Yeah, I don't think we ever saw Dark Cross, though, because Tyler died before he could get it. So we'll see. It could be a thing, and it's even in logic now because we have the lamp. We don't have the Hyrule Castle small key. Only this boomerang is in logic besides that. But again, we've already done the back of escape, so there's no reason not to do this now. So kind of our runners switching from what they did about 30 minutes ago. Because I don't think Tyler Saw has done the west part of the mountain, and Shinmaru hasn't done the Hyrule Castle stuff. That's right. That's where that big key thieves town is. Which, Shinmaru, if he doesn't wait for the hammer, that's going to be really unfortunate, because that small key then becomes irrelevant as any kind of advantage.
And unfortunately, Shinmaru is more likely to do Thieves Town before Pod, because Thieves Town is literally just on the lakeside.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people will wait until they have the full ability to clear it. Setting up the Death Warp. It's 4 items. It's still 4 items in Pod, 3 items in Thieves Town. I'm also going to get the whole on nothing that's Hookshot Cave and find out the connector is a dud as well. So answer chat. The hammer is on the right side of Pod behind the bow.
Yeah, Tyler saw Mimic Clip to get to very early, so has had that advantage for a good 3/4 of what we've done so far.
It's funny that it just hasn't really paid out to anything yet. It will once he... I say it will. It probably will once he gets to GT, but he hasn't gone there yet. GT being at the Vanilla Desert Cave. Or the Vanilla Desert entrance behind the book. See what's here at Dark Cross. Just a map. Okay.
And the snakes doing 2 full hearts damage, because they're the skull snakes.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lamp, so you can easily do it that way. For Shinmaru, it's faster to do it with the higher damage than with the lower damage.
Did Shinmaru not get shocked by electricity coming out of the door? That's weird.
No, that's normal. Sick Kid has a compass. So Sick Kid, not an advantage for Shinmaru. That was something that Tyler Salt was not able to check when he was up here. This other cave is going to take you to Paradox Cave, which we know where that goes. So I don't think we've seen the bottom of Paradox Cave.
I don't think we have either. Probably was our entrance to Mire.
Well, there doesn't have to be an entrance to Mire.
I'm just
at this point we have a flute.
Out there.
Yeah. It certainly could be. We do have some must connects we haven't seen. We haven't seen the laser bridge connector. We haven't seen the bumper ledge. I was not going to find the rest of desert.
Okay, get everything except the torch here at this point.
Yeah, which I believe is a small key, so the runners might have to go back for that at some point. Shinmaru fluting to 3.
Going to pod?
Doesn't look like it. There's something else here that he wants. Oh, wow. That is the old man start spot. Did want to see what that was. Now maybe going to pod. He's going to be very happy with this decision. Shovel for Tyler Salt. We know that leads to nothing. And honestly, once he finds his hammer, I think the advantage maybe swings back to Shinmaru because he knows where GT is and knows that he can go get all the stuff on the left side. Tyler Salt still hasn't gotten to that entrance yet.
I would probably go to Thieves Town first. You can full clear that now. Once you get the hammer. And because the fire rod is in there, which Shinmaru obviously doesn't know, that will also let him full clear the basement of GT.
Yeah, he's got fire rod and cane is in there. So yeah, definitely could see a Thieves Town play first. He's got the map now, so he's going to be able to know it's a crystal. But the point being, though, that Tyler Salt, again, until he goes to GT West, which is likely where some of our progression is, still hasn't done anything with that hammer. Hammer for Shinmaru. So yeah, I think Thieves Town first. You know, if he does that first, he walks in, finds out it's a crystal, he's going to loot somewhere from the mountain cave, though. So this could actually, he's going to go do GT first.
Alright, won't be able to access the right side, but that's still a good chunk of items there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a flute away, so, like, Shinmaru's going to do left side GT. See what's there. And it could lead him to other things, or it could lead him, or he could just decide, Thieves Town is really good right now, let's just go do it. I mean, I want to see Thieves Town too, though, because I want to see what's in that big chest and see if that's significant.
Yeah, that could be a decider.
Like, if that's a required item, that's just huge. But this is density over. Like, you're gonna do this regardless. You're gonna just what order you're doing it in. So maybe it would have saved a bit of time not having to come back here at extra time, but not.
Oh, there's slippers.
Yeah, slippers in here makes a lot of sense. That is a clearable swamp palace.
Well, with an asterisk on it, we have not found the dam.
No, okay, it is not a clearable swamp palace. You are correct.
It's clearable once we find that entrance, but until then, we can't do it. And there's not a lot of spots for it to be. It's probably in the Mire region if I had to throw a guess out there. That's the largest.
I mean, at this point,
entrances.
There's the Mire region, which we might need mitts for. There's mirror spots. There's the Light World Mountain, top of the mountain, which also would be would be mirror spots at this point because we have access to the dark part of the mountain. There's still, I don't think we've seen Cape 45 as an exit, so that's a possibility. There's a bunch of mirror spots have been taken out already.
I think we have seen that actually. Titan's mitts!
There are the mitts, yeah. This is not a surprise.
Meanwhile, Tyler's not going to carry the Super Bomb. It's just over in Kakariko.
Yep. This is still not in logic for him. Those flippers are available and he doesn't know it. But the,
well, he doesn't need it, he can just flock.
Well, yeah, but the Tower Hera is behind the flippers.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
It's in Dark Shopping Mall, and there isn't a connector over there. It's just Tower Hera and a couple of useless caves.
Yeah, I see our big chest.
That's nice.
Yeah. Can't you take me someplace nice?
No, the bomb doesn't go in places. No boots, so we're gonna have to do a bomb jump here.
Ooh, not quite set up correctly, but that's a blind fall. What do you expect? You can light this up by lighting that torch there, but
still slower, and he doesn't have the fire rod, so he can't actually hit it.
Yeah, the only way to see your path is to use the Ether Medallion, but that's a lot of more magic.
Well, we also don't have the Ether Medallion. Another bottle.
Their bottle, and it has a fairy in it, which could be good,
yeah.
could be bad.
No, it's until we get the mirror, a fairy in a bottle is bad. Oh, it looked like he was going to recover to get that. Oh, well, okay. Well, that's interesting. So the dam is behind the big bomb.
Ooh.
That is absolutely fascinating.
Master
Sword for Shinmaru was like the only thing he got there. That's crazy. Left side GT really not paying out.
We do have the flippers, so there are a few things.
Yeah, we got. Well, the flippers puts this whole chain to get the dam in logic.
Yeah, and we can finally go see King Zora.
Oh, we could have already done Zora with the glove.
Yeah, but now we get full clear.
Yeah, these guys know how to splash delete, so if they really wanted the item on the ledge, they'd go for it. But yeah, logically, it's all in logic now. Tower Saw is about to find GT. So he'll have his flippers and probably be in Swamp relatively soon. We'll also get to see what's on the right side. I don't think Tyler Salt's climbing. And as chat's pointing out, we don't know if Swamp Palace is even required. But it's probably got something. Probably got something for us.
Yeah, Swamp Palace is like the third most dense dungeon in the game, I want to say. 10 checks?
Yeah. And if you have access to both sides, yeah, if you have access to both sides, you go right first.
And Tyler's just doing a little trick here. He's grabbing and pulling on that trap there, which is going to not consume any magic, and in turn, keep him completely invincible to the hand. It's honestly a clever little piece of tech. Big key to Dark Palace!
Yeah, we don't need it. We don't want it.
Yeah, it's true. Could have something behind them in the big chest,
I should rephrase it. We don't expect to need it. We don't want it. You never know in the game. So arrows don't work on Gyptos unless they're silver. So that I don't know if Tyler was accidentally firing the arrow or not. Just but to let you all know, there's the fire rod for Shinmaru, and a moment of truth. Actually, kind of on both castle tower small key. Okay, well we don't need a second one of those if you're Tyler. There was a swamp small. We don't need more of those either.
And
now we get the death warp. Yeah, if you're not going to go grab the small key in the bottom, you could just get grabbed by the hand in the previous room. And there's a whole lot of nothing in the big chest. So, GT climb completely not required. That doesn't feel good if you're Shinmaru.
No, but Tyler's still just dodging a bullet and doesn't even realize it, meanwhile.
Not really. I mean, he's not going to climb anytime soon, I don't think, because these flippers will lead him to doing other things. But this isn't to say that he could eventually climb later and follow that small key. I don't expect it, but, you know.
Setting up here for the dance here, and yeah, looks pretty clean. Yep, flawless. And Shinmaru right about now is wishing he came here 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he can just loop back. We'll see if he does that. The bigger issue is that he gets the mitts before he finds the dam. So it's gonna be, it might be a hot minute before he turns that big bomb in.
Well, he's already got the mitts, so...
Well, yeah, but he might need the dam if we need to go into swamp. The point being, he's going to follow the mitts first, and the flippers. On the other hand, if Swamp Palace is nothing, it saves some time, so we'll see.
Tyler's all about to get his Titan's mitts as well.
Just a heart for the man under the bridge.
I think Shinmaru's gonna check Zora now.
That would make sense.
And on the ledge
is a heart piece. We don't care.
Yeah, now when you have 12 hearts green mail, that's pretty safe.
I think on 3 hearts, I'm not going and grabbing that heart piece. It's too far out of the way.
Honestly, I would agree. I would only get it if it's... like I was low on health and that it was guaranteed to give me another refill.
I still wouldn't. It's too far out of the way. If it's free and just sitting there, and just a Misery Mire small key from Zora itself, so a whole lot of nothing there.
Yeah, but at least this area's done, so it doesn't have to come back.
Let's see where he goes now.
Back to GT to go to the right side, which unfortunately we know has nothing.
Just a pod V key that you don't actually want to find. Funny enough, we can't even get to the pod big chest right now because we're not getting any pod small keys.
No, we're really not.
I was thought going to check out Swamp. I do the next that makes the most sense right now for him.
Yeah, Swamp is like the next logical play here.
It might be the only play. I mean, we've done everything. between the two runners. I'm not sure what else there is to do. So
Well,
Shinmaru goes and turns in the we do have like Smith chain and stuff. Nobody wants to do that though. And actually, a pendant. It is a pendant. It's pendant swamp. That's not what you want to see if you're Tyler Salt.
And there's our 4th bottle. But there is something else that we can do now. We have the Tyson's and we have the flute. We can now go to the Maya region and clear the warp panel.
Still no mirror though.
No. Then there's our Spooky Hyrule Castle.
Oh boy.
We probably do need to go to the Maya region via flute in order to get to Ice Palace and Misery Mire.
We might still need a mirror for one or both of them. Which could be in Mire area. If one of them is there. Or if there's something else there. We haven't seen Saha. We haven't seen... I don't think we've seen Mini Moldorm Cave or Blind's Hut. Like, I think the only... We've seen Hype Cave. It's the only 5-item cave we've seen, if I'm not mistaken. Shinmaru might do some myths checks. That is a full clear of GT for Shinmaru.
Sometimes you hate to see it, bud.
We got a sword, we got a half magic, we got a pod big key for a pendant. Not great.
Tyler Communal going to do the backside of Swan Palace first. Makes sense.
I mean, when it's a pendant, it really doesn't matter. Doing left side versus back. You know, just... a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
It's green pendant. No, Tyler Salt doesn't know it, but based on Shimaru's map check showing a green and a blue pendant.
There was Misery Mire.
Yeah,
Mire's just next one side over from its normal entrance.
Yep, so Shinmaru will do it relatively soon. He wants to do these other spots first.
Oh, but there's the big key to Mire. It's in Swamp Palace in the water. That is a great fight for Tyler Salt. And there's Sahasrara. Shinmaru
now knows the swamp is a pendant, so isn't gonna be hey, there's a pod small key. May not be rushing over there.
And then unfortunately we know that's a bad thing.
It is now. Tyler Salt's gonna be able to turn in this green pendant when he gets over to the Mire area. If I were him, I would not go back in for the left side. It's a pendant. I'm getting a green pendant out of this. I got a required item. He should know it's a required item because he knows that Pod and Turtle Rock are the other pendants. I expect Shinmaru to full clear Mire.
Alright, what's in the Misery Mire entrance? Oh!
Yep,
all right, 5 more items.
So, of importance on the left side of GT, there is a Flippers, there is a sword, and there is a half magic. In order of importance, half magic not being important at all, but a nice to have. And technically that was just in the big chest, which is, you know, just back of.
Not really a lot here in the blind hideout, yeah.
Oh, nothing. A whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, the most useless thing here was the map to Hyrule Castle.
So Tyler Salt's probably just going to do Mire because he's got the big key. Shinmaru is delaying it in hopes of having the big key.
Unfortunately, that's locked behind the Super Bomb, and that's locking the dam, and that's locking Swamp.
Yep.
So Tyler Salt definitively in the advantage here amongst our 2 on-stream runners. We do have another 20-plus racers competing in this qualifier, though.
Yeah, 29 total. So yeah, definitely a huge advantage, Tyler Salt, but not go mode yet. We need to find Ice Palace, which could mean a mirror. Who knows where that is? Actually, at this point, it almost certainly is a mirror, because we've now seen all of the Myra area.
Yeah, I think it has to be behind a mirror logic. That, and also the back of Skull Witch, which we also haven't found, and we know is a crystal by process of elimination.
Yeah, that's right. We're also missing the back of Skull Woods. We're also missing an Eastern Big Key. We need that. Logically, we're supposed to have an Ice Palace Big Key, but we can skip that unless the big chest decides to be decides to have something we need.
We also have access to our tablets with the Book of Medora and the Master Sword.
With what mirror are we getting to the tablets with?
Okay, good point. I forgot about that.
But yeah, could be items there once we get the mirror, which is probably required. The Shinmaru, though, is in a situation where maybe does Smiths after this. And he's going to be left with the big bomb relatively soon. And if he does last locate the dam, it is going to make it more likely he goes into that Swamp Palace, which is what he needs. And maybe he just leaves with the big key. Although with still stuff, unless we get all the other stuff here, maybe not. Oh, we have Spike Cave. We haven't gone back to Spike Cave. That's in logic.
And definitely with the Cane of Burn in hand, which we just picked up for both runners.
Yeah, we've had hammer and glove and a logical hammer and glove for a while, plus the cape and bottles for extension. So it just it's a reminder more than anything else that is a location that does exist.
All right, this is Biki immediately useful. Yes.
There you go. Yeah, very useful. We need that mirror. Actually, that could potentially be good for Shinmaru because if he found the mirror, that would take him away from getting back to Swamp Palace.
True. Sort of a blessing in disguise. At the same time, that is even bigger advantage for Tyler Soul here.
Yep. The small key to Hera. Nobody wants that. Oh my. But yeah, Tyler Saul. It funny enough, in the end, it wasn't the hammer that gave Tyler Salt the advantage. The hammer didn't do anything for him. The thing that gave him the advantage was turning in that big bomb as early as he did.
Yeah, honestly. Hammer by extension, though, also because it let him turn in the bomb to begin with.
Well, he had access to it earlier, but by the time he was turning in the big bomb, I think Shinmaru had the hammer, so... and could have just done it at that point.
Alright, Tesla going to be heading over here. Mimic Cave, meanwhile, we have seen this already.
Yeah, there's nothing here. Also, for all that it's an hour 27 into this race, we don't have a nice way of killing Vitreous. We have ways of killing Vitreous. Cape and Master Sword, worst case scenario, is a very safe way to kill Vitreous, but it's extremely slow. I would expect to see sword spins, especially with half magic.
Cape sword spins, yeah, that's probably the way to go. We have half magic, we have blue potions in store, I believe, from Tyler Salt, so he's feeling pretty safe. We're gonna see this Ice Palace entrance here.
We've seen this? It doesn't matter, it's nothing. Nope, Tyler's gonna go for the super safe swing your sword strat. This is very slow, but it will do the trick.
Yeah, and it also consumes a lot less magic because the ticks are being eaten up by the sword slashes.
Something game doesn't like to do two things at once.
And then just a few arrows to the eyeball, and there we go. Bombos!
I'm not sure that does anything. Okay, Bombos looks like it opens Turtle Rock, so if there's something in Turtle Rock, that's big. Actually, it's not that big, because all our runners are going to get that when they do Misery Mire.
So check the map.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if there's anything on this green pendant. but
too,
not going to be
honestly.
this. Not going to be this entrance, though. Maru's going to do Mirrorless Smiths, which always feels bad. Looks like he's going to do Hammer Pigs while he's at it, or some of these hammer entrances.
All right. Yeah, looks like it's gonna be hammer pegs here.
Yep. A little surprised that he doesn't do this while picking up the purple chest, but not a big difference. Especially if it's something that stops you from doing the purple chest.
And in here we find
A whole lot of
Storyteller.
nothing.
I believe this is a No, it's not. It's the Storyteller Cave. It's a little bit further east. It's about
So to answer chat, Mirror was in the big chest of Misery Mire.
Yeah, pretty big find there for Tyler Salt, honestly. And if we're gonna see what the screen pendant is,
Nothing.
just a heart piece. So you don't need to at least fight Argus.
At least we don't think so. Yeah, Ped still a factor, but with no pod small keys available, definitely not something I'm would be worrying about right now if I were a runner.
Yeah, very unlikely. 10 arrows for 10 rupees, and there's the other side. Have we seen this connector?
Nope. This should take us to the bumper. Yep.
Ooh. And is this ice? No, it is the mountain connector.
Yeah, ferry ascent, descent. We haven't seen Laser Bridge entrance, so this could be that. There's one other connector. We haven't seen the Dark connector yet. The Death Mountain ascent, descent.
And
one of those will be
Shimaro...
Laser Bridge. No, one of them will be Laser Bridge entrance.
Shimaro doing the Spy Cave, unfortunately, just a piece of heart.
Yep, so probably will do Purple Chest, and that should leave him with just the big bomb.
Oh, you don't need the mirror.
Yeah, you do.
Hmm?
You had to have the mirror just to get to that cave to begin with, so you absolutely need the mirror.
Okay. My mistake. But another entrance for Tyler's to check, and can check the Ether Tablet as well.
So Shinmaru's going to take this one pod small key back into pod. I don't like this because it takes 4 keys to put anything else in logic over here. On the other hand, it is a lot of items in terms of density, so it does make a certain amount of sense for him.
What could bail him out here, actually? Not much.
Eastern Big Key.
That's about it. We found Ether and Tyler Salt, meanwhile. So that's all our medallions accounted for.
Yep. Yeah, we hard require the Eastern Big Key. It's at this point the only thing left that we're definitely hard required to get. Boots would be a nice find. You know, we could still have entrances. Ice Palace could still be behind Boots, so could the back of Skullwoods.
Armor upgrade, not really that necessary at this point, but nice to have.
Yeah, I'm not sure it is right now, because Shinmaru doesn't have the mirror, but Silver's is nice. We'll have a much quicker Vitreous fight when he does it. Pod key and pod, because always.
Alright, here comes the Moth fight, meanwhile. Gonna do hammer strats.
Yeah, where was this entrance? Somewhere on the mountain, I assume.
It's in Hera's entrance.
Oh, there you go.
Meyer Big was in the waterfall chest of Swamp Palace.
So Shinmaru needs to turn the big bomb in order to, and mail on Moth. Much better for Tyler Salt since he has the mirror. So you have to turn in the big bomb to get to the dam, to go to Swamp, and go to the back to go get your Meyer Big Key.
Alright, this is like Shinmaru's last chance here. Is there something good here? No! Gets the mirror shield. Big key to swamp.
Oh, that's
on the
gross.
ledge.
Oh no. See, this is why fairies are in bottles are bad.
Small key on Ether to Dark Palace.
Yep, another pod small. Finally starting to get those pod smalls. So a couple of nice to haves theoretically in pod. Mostly the silvers, the armor's not going to be nice to have until we get a mirror. And we're going to grab the big bomb because that should be all that he's got left.
Yeah, this is I would say this is a hard last location for Shinmaru, which is unfortunate, but it does happen.
I mean, the good news is it will send him to Swamp Palace. We'll probably check the damn item first, but then it'll send him straight to Swamp Palace because what else is he going to do at this point?
So I was not going to check the Bombos Tower. I think this has to be... Yeah, I think this has to be Ice Palace. Can't think of any other entrance we haven't seen yet. Except maybe the Light World version of the caves.
We have the TR Bridge Light World entrances.
Yeah, true. Oh, nope, it's just Agate Tower, but there's 2 items here. So
yep, we're gonna get those.
Yeah, maybe some value here.
Not in the first chest, there isn't.
Really, for Tyler, it's just finding that Eastern Big Key, and it's sort of a go mode scenario for him. He still has to find the Ice Palace entrance, but he's got everything else he needs to find entrances besides the boots.
Yeah, that's the other place that could be. Ice Palace is the boots. We have 4 boots entrances, and we didn't get none of them have been knocked out by connectors.
Yeah, so
he's probably gonna check. He's probably gonna check Spiral Cave entrance from here, and then hope it's the answer. And if it's not, then he'll I forget which connector took us to lay. Oh no, he's okay. He's gonna do the middle drop right because we haven't seen these either, and that's Ice Palace.
Alright, so it's just Eastern Big Key now for Tyler to be in go mode.
Yep, so he's hoping it's just going to be in Ice Palace on path.
And at 137, potentially being go mode, plus, it's pretty good seat time, all things considered.
Let's find the Eastern Big Key before we start declaring go mode. There's still a lot of really dumb locations that we could have that in.
True, true. I'm just doing this. This has been a pretty quick seed, all things considering.
Alright, Shinmaru into Swamp Palace. See what decisions he makes in terms of clearing this. Like, if he does left side, and left side has an Eastern Big Key, then that's a lot of flip on our heads. Tyler saw it, knowing he doesn't have the Big Key, does need to hit the switch, so he's going to come and do it. I would say Shinmaru may be a little bit more likely to go left side, with this being essentially his last location. Now, if he doesn't go left side first, gets the Meyer Big Key, he may not go back in for it, but it's fairly common for runners to do it first. Yeah, he's going to go left side. So if the Eastern Big Key is here on the left side, it's going to be a while before Tyler Salt gets back here. I'd even climb first.
That could be a thing.
Of course, it could, just be Swamp living up to his reputation and give him a sword. Wouldn't be the worst thing he could find.
Shinmaru do some clever tricks here.
It's a fairly common trick. The old diver down. He's gonna clip into this, walk on the water, and then the bomb will go off as he walks into the next room, and he'll be able to. The switches will be in the correct direction. And he will be able to pick up the pot because, as it turns out, the only tile of this water is the first tile. So by clipping in, he'll end up walking on the water. I have a little trouble with it. There we go.
And in doing so, he goes up here, which the bomb switch he did earlier flips the switch.
Well, no Eastern Big Key and Ice Palace. 2 more checks. It also gets interesting if the Ice Palace Big Key is over here.
Alright, moment of truth. Big key to Turtle Rock. Oh.
It is 2 items.
And the compass to Turtle Rock.
So, very much a
Meanwhile-
to be determined situation there with that Big Key to Turtle Rock.
Oh, big key
And
again.
Big Key to
The
Eastern. It's
That's-
just right in Ice Palace. That's go mode for Tyler Salt.
They just put a little asterisk there, because we do need to technically to have the Ice Palace Big Key, but
No,
we don't
need
care about that
asterisks there.
anymore.
We don't put asterisks on logic breaking.
Well, we still need to find that Ice Palace Big Key, technically speaking, but
No,
we
we
don't
don't.
care anymore.
It's logically wherever it is was logically required, but yeah. Alright, Tyler Salt's gonna go ahead and finish up Eastern Palace.
Yeah, we'll probably do a save quit to the old man, because that's ironically the fastest save and quit point to Ganon.
It's nice to have it's about the only thing good about that save quit spot.
Alright, Tessa on his way.
Probably checks the
Oop.
big chest and hopes for a sword. Or silvers. He's not gonna have the silvers either.
No, those silvers are unfortunately in pod. And there's Shinmaro finding that big key to Meyer, probably going, oh.
Yeah, he's gonna finish this out because he's still missing the Eastern Big Key. He's still missing the mirror that probably blocks his entrances. Missing boots that's blocking entrances. It is a sword. That's
Nice
much
call.
better for Tyler Salt. That is a what 2 or 3 second investment for a much faster Ganon fight.
Yeah, it really is. Yes, for those who are not aware, it is possible to defeat Ganon with the Master Sword, but you must do spin attacks on every single phase. Now, Tyler Salt can just do slashes. So, that 2 or 3 seconds ends up going to save him 2 to 3 minutes easily.
Yeah, well, without silvers especially.
Barely gets the last hit there on the Red Igor. Setting up for the quick kill.
He's got 22 arrows. And more in those pots.
Nicely done.
Alright, there's crystal number 7 for Tyler Salt.
Alright, so Tyler Salt's going to be on his way to Loot Spot 2. I guess this is another fast way to get there.
Yeah, this works just fine. Quitting's probably faster than saving and quitting, honestly.
Alright, time for the Ganon fight.
So Shinmaro is going to be on the right path, though, with this, going to get this mirror, so shouldn't be too far behind, but...
Taking a bit of a hit there from the trident, but so far so good. One cycles phase 1. Into phase 3 pretty cleanly. Looks like he's going to set up for the torch glitch here. Alright. Near potions.
Yeah, it's not actually correct. Since it was in pod, so I'm not sure about that. That cross keys does go into a larger amount of detail in terms of where you're. So it's talking about where the bow was in the potion shop. So that's really weird.
So that bow must have been the logical.
No, there's not. There's no way that was the logical bow because we couldn't. The pod small keys to get to 4 pod small keys were behind all that.
Yeah, that's weird.
So yeah, that's just we'll call it a glitch or something. I don't know.
But ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs in chat for Tile Assault. It's gonna be first on the restream here.
He's first overall.
I was gonna wait to say that.
Official time as he crosses the bridge of 1:45:49. GG's to Tyler Salt. Very well done.
Yep. Winner on the restream and the qualifier in general here today.
And as we see the much faster Silvers fight of Vitreous from Shinmaru.
And there we go.
Check mirror spots, which will eventually get him his last Ice Palace, which will get him his Eastern Big Key. But we do welcome in Tyler Salt. GG's, winning the qualifier, winning on restream.
Frankly, I'm in shock. This mode and I have not been friends all year. It's been my confidence in cross keys has been in the toilet. Literally this entire calendar year. I'm in shock. I have no idea what happened. I'm still not in logic. I have no idea where my in logic bow is.
Okay, so I have a differing opinion than the game because given that the silvers were actually in pod behind 4 small keys, and given that we didn't get past 2 small keys until after you all had access to like a bunch of things beyond the hammer, which is locked by the bow.
So is the mitts? It must be that the mitts in GT. Well, no, because those were behind. Those were behind the hammer.
Yeah, so behind the bow. So I can't figure out how it's. Yeah, I don't see how the logical bow was the one in pod.
I'm totally lost. I have no idea. I guess it doesn't matter.
Right. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it really doesn't. It was definitely an interesting early game because you got that hammer out of logic and Shinmaru didn't, but it didn't feel like it gave you a huge advantage because it wasn't giving you anything.
The thing that it gave me super early Dark World access.
It gave you better dark. So the connector chain to get to the Dark World, which you eventually found. I don't even know if I can name the whole sequence, but it amounted to taking a connector that got you to TR Bridge, which got you to Desert Entrances, which got you to Pod.
Yeah.
I feel like there was another one in the middle.
That's it. No, that's it, right? Because the hook shot was like Sphere 1, right?
Yes.
So that's your access to the bow.
Yeah, but it's still access to the potion shop bow.
It's still access to the potion shop bow. Yeah, I finished with 3 pod smalls, so I don't even know where the last pod small would be maybe some Sick Kid. I never went back and did Sick Kid. I never went back and did Dark
I
Cross.
saw Sick Kid. I don't think Sick Kid had anything. But
We-
yeah,
we
so
saw a lot of that,
Shinmaru
Yeah.
had that whole connector, and he, including fake flippering over to Dark Shopping Mall and getting hair, he cleared everything he could clear in the Dark World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just saved you time to get in terms of just being able to have easier access to the Dark World.
Yeah, being able to do Hera before Desert, I think was huge, because I think like the thing that broke it open was doing the Big Bomb, right?
Yep.
So, and it's like, if this isn't in Logic, I don't have the flippers yet. And the other thing was that I forgot that I had the book and that the book was in Logic for a long time, and so I didn't end up finding GT until I could full clear the basement.
Right. So Shinmaru, he was able to do Hera, but like the one thing the hammer did for you is it let you turn in the Big Bomb.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because otherwise your only access is through Desert, and you can't take the
bomb through. Yeah,
the bomb is hammer
that
locked.
was the one thing the hammer did for you is get you Big Bomb, which got you.
What the heck?
Which got you.
Well, there was another
Dam,
pod
which
small.
got you Swamp, which got you Meyer Big Key, which got you Mirror, which got you Ice Palace.
Oh man.
Yeah. So there was another pod small right next to the Silver Arrows. It was in the dark basement.
Yep.
Okay. But that's not.
But yeah,
that's gotta be pod 5.
That's pod 5, not pod 4.
Because the back, everything in the back is locked by at least 4 small keys.
Yep, exactly. So I think I think the game got the logic wrong.
Yeah, that threw me. That almost threw me for a loop when I saw that, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that's the ball." There's no, where?
Yeah, I know, right?
And frankly, I thought that it would show you the location of the other bow regardless.
That's what I thought too, but I don't know.
And so when it showed me the one that I already had, I was like, "Wait, I'm sorry, what is going on?"
All I can figure is it's something to do with being on the Doors branch instead of being on the regular branch, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's for people smarter than me to figure out. But yeah, when it said round a bunch of potions, I'm like, wait, what? And then I went, wait, that's where the bow was. That's the one I got. Because it should have said pod,
Maybe this is a weird, if there's a pod small in the back of pod, if there's a pod small in, like, is it a conditional key logic thing? I thought that wasn't a thing on this branch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anything
Doors branch, I'm blaming it on Doors branch because I am not an expert on.
I mean, it should be
Doors
like
branch, right?
I think it ought to be mostly the same. I think that as far as that my understanding is that there shouldn't be any changes to the key logic, but also, right? We just found that. It was just figured out that there's a bug in the GT key logic, right? But that's not about key sanity. That's non-keys, right?
Exactly.
So who knows? Something might be different, and that we just don't know. It's also possible that we're just missing something. That seems like the most likely.
Yeah, it's possible. I feel like between the two, we all did everything. But
did we find the boots?
We don't have the boots. Who knows what the boots are? No boots. Shinmaru Climb GT full clear did everything in GT. Actually, Climb GT.
I can't believe I
didn't have the hammer.
I can't believe I dodged climbers. That was great. I love climbers, but I was
I know you're the one that always writes it in chat.
Yeah, I love climbers, but if I hadn't found the flippers in there, I probably would have gone for it. But I was like,
what else did GT have? GT had flippers. It had the Master Sword. And had half magic, which is nice to have. It's certainly not required.
Yeah, for sure.
And it had the Climb had the Thieves Town small key, so Climb was logically required. Isn't that fun?
Wait,
Blam Gamma.
Climb.
What?
We had Player Key and Small Key found by Hera, but we never checked those 2 checks. They could be one of our.
Yeah, but those are both flippers locked though.
Yeah, but flippers is just locked behind hookshot, isn't it? Or no, it's also hammer.
It's locked behind hammer.
It's locked behind the hammer. Which is locked behind the bow.
Yep.
Dane in my chat is saying that mini Moldorm cave at The Dark Rocks on East Death Mountain. I thought
I don't think we ever saw Mini Moldorm Cave for either one.
Yeah, I never found it, and I'm pretty sure I did that entrance.
I thought you did that. I thought somebody did that entrance, but I won't swear to anything. Tomorrow Night's Palace will get his Eastern Palace big key, so it shouldn't be too far from being finished.
Nice.
Wait. Do they mean the behind the Dark Rocks?
That's what they said, yeah. But I did all of those entrances. Right? I'm pretty sure I did like the Hookshot Cave entrance, I guess they're referring to, but I'm almost certain that I did that entrance.
I thought you did that, but like maybe not.
Because I came out right next to it. I remember picking up the rock. It's marked off on my tracker. Maybe I didn't do it.
I mean, I have done the thing where I've marked something off my tracker because I was about to enter it and then didn't.
Yeah.
It's
extremely believable. Extremely believable that would have happened.
I don't know. I no.
It sounded like this hammer was like super late in the.
It seems like it was super late, and so I guess it makes sense that the only thing that I really got from it for a long time was efficiency. You know, but I'm surprised. I feel like it worked out well. My decision to save and quit out of Uncle and go get bombs and do CAC from the South worked out really well because I got the hammer early and I got the flute in pod, right, and could just go up and activate that on my first trip through, and then, you know, I mean that's not a big deal. But yeah, I think that the decision to fake flipper to Hera and then committing to the big bomb.
The big bomb was huge. That was the biggest thing because like all that was in there was well, as it turns out, left side had a TR big, but you know.
Oh, left side swamp had the TR big.
Yeah, so I got a little bit. It got a little bit interesting as Mara was opening up that chest, and it was like, oh,
yeah, I probably that was on my mind for sure. Like if Ice hadn't had it, my next play I think was going to be to go back to pod.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then probably the GT climb into swamp.
Yeah, no, that all makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. And you might have gotten distracted by the Thieves Town small key.
There was literally a 0% chance I was going to go back for the Thieves Town big chest. I literally wrote in my chat as soon as I found the fire rod. I wrote in my chat, "Suck it, Gamma." There was a 0% chance
on that one. He's not and fall, though. I don't think. No,
he's not. No, Shin is going to be really happy about that too. That there was nothing in that chest.
No, he had the key. He climbed.
Okay. So he didn't. Oh, he waited on it.
No, he didn't have. He got the small key before he got the big key.
He got the small key before he had I had that big key so early.
Well, because I want to say it was in pod, right? And he found GT without hammer, hadn't done pod yet, and just climbed. So he did the.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
What?
Climb.
He found
yeah, I know, right?
GT before pod. I need to talk to my good friend Shinmaru about this.
Oh, hey, look, boots.
Oh, where are the boots?
Boots and a small key to pod. That's puts everything in logic. There it is.
Where?
It's gonna run out right now. It is. Where is this?
Oh, the Light World Dark Rocks.
Oh, okay. So below Ice Palace.
Oh, it's right below Ice Palace.
That's actually really okay. It doesn't matter because he's okay. So he never checked. That doesn't put anything into logic.
No, well, yeah, because the hammer that's got to be pod. You said there was a pod small and the boots in there.
There's a pod small on the desert.
Pod small and the boots and Mini Moldorm, yes.
But you can't get to those. There's no way to get there.
I think the only answer is that some kind of conditional key logic thing where that small key in the back of in the dark basement of pod, which is normally 4 key locked, is actually 3 key locked because it's there.
That's
because
the only way. That's the only.
That's the only way I can think of it. Like if that bow in the back of pod is the logical first bow, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yep.
But
I mean, it's not like the bow you picked up at the potion shop wasn't in logic, because you could turn in the, you turn in the mushroom. Mushroom was back of escape.
It wasn't in logic. I didn't have. Oh no, I guess it.
The gloves were in well drop down, and back of escape had the mushroom. So.
Right, but I'm trying. No, the mushroom was in logic. I'm just trying to figure out how it was. The potion shop wasn't in logic for me for a long time, but I guess it's through the desert connector.
We had those
through the desert connector, right? Because you have to go through. So you have to go through the hook shot over to right side Death Mountain, go through the brothers connector, hop down, go through the bumper connector, walk through draw through desert to desert main, and then hook shot over and get your bow. It was
a more than maybe at one hand, maybe if I use all of my one hand. I mean, it was a not a small number of connectors combined.
That's so stupid. What a dumb mode. So dumb.
Right?
Well, Shinmaro now has all 7 crystals.
Yeah, GG Shin.
Glad he picked up that tempered sword. Also glad he got the boots before.
Oh man,
Ice House.
I was so happy when I opened that Easter big chest. Oh man.
I mean, not that you couldn't do. I know you're.
No, like I could.
Who wants
and I had plenty of resources. It would have been fine, but like. I didn't want to. Like, I'm sweating. Well, I'm on restream. Nobody has finished yet. Like, that would have been so sweaty. That would have been terrible. So I was a big relief.
I was literally about to say nobody wants to, but I actually have a good friend that really enjoys that fight. Just doesn't like how slow it is. As long
it's just so slow.
As long as their opponent is also doing it is fine, right? That kind of thing.
Something Samaria strats.
Yep. Maybe the blast sword is in the swamp big chest. That would be awful if the big swamp chest. Oh my god.
What a there's always a sword in swamp. That's what they say.
Yep.
All right, Shimaru's gonna clean this up pretty quickly here.
Yeah, with those silvers, this won't take long. Still can have a pretty good finish. Little more on the top half of the middle of the pack, but on the top side of that. So.
Yeah, I mean, like the relative placement doesn't matter though, right? Like
true.
Everything that matters is the time.
Part time versus everything else.
Yeah. Shin just sniped Mike, I guess.
Yeah, I saw. Yep, sure looks that way.
Nice, GG's.
I mean, spoilers. He doesn't fall off the bridge.
Oh, sorry. Right, I forgot.
To be fair, I called the qual once for one of the runners fell off the bridge. So
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs in chat for Shinmaru, who finishes second on the restream and 9th place overall with a time of 2:02:18. And as we mentioned here, Churchill Mike with a 2:02:32 just barely edged him out.
Run through second was JJo 148.41, Gem third 152.37, Dr. Bowser with a 154.19 in fourth, Gilgamesh 158.38 in fifth. Sixth was Hitzion at 159.28. Shortly thereafter, Humbug at 159.57. Eighth was Dr. Mardio, 2 hours 18 seconds. 2 minutes later, we had Shinmaru, and still we have looks like another 19 runners to go. So.
Yeah, like 2C and Telethar and the runner formerly known as Faker Jr. Are still out there. Still a lot of really good cross keys players playing. Willard's still out there. Raylan's still out there. So it's this was a heck of a field.
Yes, it was. And we are now joined by Shinmaru. GG's to you.
Yo, GG Shin.
Oof. GG's. For not at all hitting the correct path whatsoever. That went all right.
Yeah,
totally. I think that's a good way to put it. I mean, you had to go. So we're still debating. Since you had silvers, you didn't get to see the Silverson as being the potion shop and not the pod bow, which we're still puzzling.
Which I do not have 4 pod smalls and did not get the bow and pod. And so when I saw that message, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, that's the only bow that I have at the potion shop. What's going on? And maybe it's a conditional key logic thing. I don't know.
I don't know, game weird.
But yeah, so I
Game
gotta
weird,
ask
yeah.
you though. So Shinmar, I assume you don't mimic clip.
Nope. Well, I
Okay.
can, but it's like adding a left side swamp onto my time, so I don't.
Fair enough. No,
I'm
that
bad
makes
at it.
total sense. Yeah. No, I don't mimic clip either, so I judge not. But it did mean that you had to go through some god awful number of connectors to get your Dark World access. But
Yeah.
you did a really nice job of cleaning up all of the Dark World on that one axis, knowing that to not clean up all pod on that axis was going to mean doing that whole connector chain again. So GG's there. Very nice job.
That's the kind of thing I like doing in cross keys, I guess.
I mean, it's the kind of thing that Crosskeys likes to pull on us, right?
Yep.
But yeah, it really came down to, in the end, the hammer that Tyler Saw got, very early with the Mimic Clip. Aside from better Dark World access, it didn't really do much until it got him the Big Bomb turn in to get the Dam, to get to Swamp, to get the Myra Big Key, to get the Mirror.
Yeah,
whole
that was
chain.
my problem. I was just very late to the mirror chain, and that just locked literally the rest of the seed.
Mm-hmm. You climb GT. I gotta ask you, climbing GT before going back into pod with the one key and the bow?
I was on Restream and it was funny, so I did it.
I like that answer. I love that answer.
Shin, you know that I'm a big proponent of climbers, and I didn't do it. So
I am not an exclamation point coward. So
yeah, no, good for you. No, good for you.
Bow fighter sword. I'm confident in my skills.
I mean, you got a Thieves Town small key up there. There was some hope, and then you went to Thieves Town, and the big chest had nothing. But
Blam Gamma.
Yeah.
Exclamation point Chew in Shin's
Yep.
chat. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, in the end, given all the extra stuff you did, finishing just over 2 hours and a cross key seed, I'd say pretty good. And you're in the top half of the field, of course, as Tyler pointed out before you came on. It's really how far behind part time you are, but the bottom part time is 158, so you're only 4 minutes off
a big
that.
spread
So
in the pod.
So it still should be a pretty decent score for you, I think.
Yeah. And I had fun, so can't complain. It's just how cross keys go sometimes. So all you can ask is for is you have an okay time.
Sometimes you cross the keys, and sometimes the keys cross you, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Very, very true.
And we still have one more cross keys qualifier. That will be on Sunday. That is our 7th qualifier. Our 6th qualifier, though, will be happening the day before. It'll be Open AD Tile Swap, our second race of that, happening at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Sunday, of course, this is when we will have this cross keys qualifier. And then we will not have another qualifier until Wednesday, in which it will be Casual Boots at 2 o'clock.
How are you all doing on your qualifiers so far? Are you doing trying to do the ones that are live, or are doing some of the?
I did
asyncs.
I did my Kaz Boots async the other day. I was planning on doing all of them async, but then entered this one on a whim, so that worked out.
Sure.
But
it worked out really well.
It worked out really well. But I've still got a couple to do. So.
How about you, Shin?
I have tile swap left.
Okay.
And I'm gonna counter some of the chat. I kind of like the mode. It's growing on me.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
I have fun with it.
Me personally, the only thing I would change is I don't like that it's all dungeons.
Yeah, it's the one thing I don't like either. But
I think I would prefer it to be 7-7, but I've enjoyed trying to figure out something new that I hadn't played before.
I played one of those, and it was definitely interesting in terms of playing it. It was but as someone that calls a lot of races, all dungeons without key sanity often means that one runner is way ahead of the other, and it's just catching up. So
yeah, I ended up the first 2 of them I played. I think that the first one was just a really long locker shame, and I kind of ran out of time. And didn't finish it, and then the second one I forgot that it was all dungeons until I dropped into Ganon, and I was like, all right, well, GG's, I guess.
As long as you don't do that during the qual, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I think we should be good now. I have managed to finish one since, so.
No, okay, yeah, so you're fine. You'll be fine.
It'll be fine. So.
All right. Well, I mean, not much else to say here. I'll let each of you get a last word in before we go ahead and close things out.
I continue to be in shock that this went as well as it did. So thanks for the restream, everybody, and GG Shin.
GG's Tyler, and hi Ovi. Hello.
Hello.
Just as my title screen says.
Oh, nice.
Well, GG's to both as well.
That's my penguin.
GG's.
So
Oh, is that the name of your penguin? I didn't.
that's the
know
name of my
that.
penguin.
I love penguins, so yeah.
Yeah. GG's to both of you once again. And folks, make sure to follow both our runners here. They put an excellent race for us tonight. And keep following SpeedGaming 2 through 6 so we don't miss any of the qualifier action here. Once again, the next qualifier will be on Saturday. Restream to be determined. And as well, of course, shout outs once again to our trackers, Demon's Druid and Flying Platypus Dimitri. Still love that name. Tracy M, thank you for co-commenting with me. And
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for here. So for all of us here at the Link to Vast Randomizer, I have been Wolfling0370. We shall see you all next time, and thank you for watching. Have a good night, everyone.
GG's chat.